Good morning, students, and welcome back. So, we are meeting after our summer break. So, for as of now, we are continuing with our online classes and hoping for everything to settle soon. I hope you would have enjoyed your holidays and also you have completed your holidays homework which has been given to you by your teachers. All right. So, we have completed the reading and understanding part of our chapter number 4, The Enemy, from book Vistas. Right? So now we will be doing the question answers of this chapter. Students, as we all know that in order to get good marks and understanding of literature or poetry, we need to understand that by which way we have to write the answers, because we understand the whole chapter but we cannot write the whole chapter in our answers, right? So what way we are supposed to write answers, we'll be covering that, and also we'll be doing the question answers of our textbook first of all. So let's start. And also this will help us to write answers properly for our examinations, and it will also help us in our higher studies. All right, so let's start. Our question number 1 of chapter number 4, The Enemy, is: who was Dr. Sadao? Where was his house? As we have learned in the chapter that who was Dr. Sadao, he was a Japanese man who got his qualification from America. He was a doctor. He learned surgery in America. But how to write this? Let's see. Answer. Dr. Sadao Hoki was an eminent Japanese surgeon and scientist. He had spent 8 valuable years of his youth in America to learn all that could be learned of surgery and medicine there. He was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean. Dr. Sadao's house was built on rocks well above a narrow beach that was outlined with bent pines. It was on a spot of the Japanese coast. Okay, so in our first paragraph, we have covered the first part of the question, that who was Dr. Sadao. Now we have changed the paragraph and we are covering the second part of the question, which is where was his house. So both the paragraphs are written in a brief manner and the sufficient matter is mentioned. So this is the perfect answer of this question. All right. Now, moving forward, question number 2. Will Dr. Sadao be arrested on the charge of harboring an enemy? Now, Japanese used to hate Americans, and he, Dr. Sadao, was helping an enemy to escape. So, the question is, will Dr. Sadao be arrested on the charge of what he was doing? So let's see the answer. Dr. Sadao knew that they would be arrested if they sheltered a white man in their house. The wounded man was a prisoner of war who had escaped with a bullet on his back, since Japan was at war with America. Harboring an enemy meant being a traitor to Japan. Dr. Sadao could be arrested if anyone complained against him and accused him of harboring an enemy. So what were the chances and what were the circumstances of that time? This has been mentioned in this answer perfectly, right? Moving forward, our question number 3 is: Will Hannah help the wounded man and wash him herself? We read in chapter that how Hannah helped and how all the servants went away because of the white man's presence. So now let's see the answer. The gardener and the cook were frightened that their master was going to heal the wound of a white man, an enemy. They felt that after being cured, he, the white man, will take revenge on the Japanese. Yumi, the maid, was also frightened. She refused to wash the white man. Hannah rebuked the maid who had refused to wash a wounded, helpless man. Then she dipped a small, clean towel into the steaming hot water and washed the white man's face. She kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean. This is clean. But she dared not turn him over. Right? So how she helped, how she cleaned the white man, all the information is written properly. Okay, moving forward, question number 4. What will Dr. Sadao and his wife do with the men? Dr. Sadao and his wife Hannah had told the servants that they only wanted to bring the man to his senses so that they could turn him over as a prisoner. They knew that the best possible course under the circumstances was to put him back into the sea. However, Dr. Sadao was against handing over a wounded man to the police. He decided to carry him into his house. He operated upon him and extracted the bullet from his body. He kept the white man in his house. He and his wife looked after him and fed him till he was strong enough to walk on his leg. Now, Dr. Sadao and his wife was helping a white man, we know, but the servants and the maid was against this act. So in order to persuade them, Dr. Sadao and Hannah tried to tell them that they are only helping him so that when he is able to walk, they will hand him over to the police. But they refused to help them and they all went over. So what they did and what they actually do with him, all the sufficient information is written in this answer. Okay, so these are the 4 questions for today. I want you to understand these questions and write these answers in your notebook. We'll covering the other question answers in our next video. Thank you and have a nice day.